Alrighty, guys. The Last of Us was a show that I just frankly wasn't expecting to like as much as I did. It got all of the acclaim and people were saying it's one of the greatest shows ever made. But I just, for whatever reason, maybe it was the survivalist kind of aspect to it, the zombie apocalypse sort of vibes, which I generally don't gravitate to, or just the fact that I hadn't played the games and wasn't super familiar with it. But I didn't have much expectation going into the first season of The Last of Us, and I really liked the first season. It was really well written, great acting, great character work. And from what I've heard, because I've listened to some reviews and heard people who have played the games talk about it, they made some adaptations from the games. And I think that actually what people were saying is that the adaptations that they made were quite good. So heading into the second season of The Last of Us, which of course they were going to make because there is a second game, I was intrigued. And I haven't looked up the plot of the second game, which I hear has some things in there that have upset some people, some fans of the games. I don't know what they're talking about at all, and I'm going to try to avoid it, for as much as I can. Because before we get into the trailer, only 4 months away, or I guess 3 months away at this point, because The Last of Us Season 2 announced in their latest trailer that they are coming out, the second season is coming out in April. So we have a concrete release window, not a release date yet, I don't think, but we have a release window. It's coming out in just 3 months. So I'm sure we're going to get a more story-focused trailer in a couple months, but we have a little bit of a teaser. I think we also got a teaser a couple months ago as well, so this is a second teaser of sorts. And so, yeah, Last of Us Season 2, just a couple months to avoid some major spoilers from the game, and then we'll be on our way. Although I did hear that this second season is going to be an adaptation of the first half of the second game. So, there's going to be more because there will be a Last of Us Season 3 is what I hear. So, anyways, let's talk about the trailer itself. It's really not a whole lot to talk about. I heard, Last of Us Season 2 trailer coming out, and I was like, okay, great. I went on and went on YouTube, clicked on it, watched it, and I was like, oh, okay, that's it. For the vibes and for what it was going for, because it was just purely going for vibes, and it was just going for a tone, and the tone was desperation, honestly, anger and desperation. And we get our first glimpses, I think, of Abby, one of the characters that I know almost nothing about, but I know is going to be one of the more pivotal characters that is introduced in season 2, played by Caitlin Dever, who I think she was in Booksmart, right? And she was really good in Booksmart, so that's what I remember her from. But I'm excited about the season. We get some shots of her to start out with. We get, I think, a couple shots of Bella Ramsey, who plays Ellie. And then we have Joel, obviously, but really not a whole lot else to go off of here. So yeah, again, just wanted to bring it up because I really enjoyed the first season of The Last of Us, and the second trailer, or excuse me, the trailer for the second season looks, about the same. It's giving off all the good signs of the first season, and personally, I think that's all good. So we'll wait for a longer trailer to come out in a couple months, I'm sure. And honestly, for me, as somebody who doesn't want to know much about what happens in the second season based on the games, and even if I knew everything, then I'm sure they're going to make some adaptations based on the fact that they're splitting it up into 2 seasons. I'm just excited to see the show at this point, and I'm just, kind of in that waiting mode of I don't really need to see any more marketing, but we'll talk about another major trailer if that comes out. So have you seen, first of all, the release date, April 2025 for The Last of Us Season 2? Have you seen the release date, and are you excited that it's coming, I think, much sooner than I had thought? That's coming out in April. Also, Andor Season 2 is coming out in April, so it's going to be a really good month for Disney Plus and for Max, both releasing some premium shows, premium content out there. So are you excited that it's coming sooner than you thought? And what did you guys think of the trailer? Personally, I really liked the trailer. It really didn't show a whole lot, but I think, personally, that's okay. So let me know what you thought about the trailer, and if you're really excited for Season 2, just like I am, let me know in the comments down below.